Good evening. So it's Sunday evening, and something of a record for me. I've managed to paint a unit that I only got. Was it yesterday or the day before? My Perry artillery crew, together with my kit bashed Africa Corps artillery crew. So I started off with two guns. So the Pak 40 here and the 88mm Flak 36 are 3D printed. So because they're 3D printed, they obviously don't come with a crew. So I needed crews for them both for my Africa Corps units. So I used some figures from the Africa Corps Warlord box and just altered them slightly to make them look a little bit like artillery crew. Although these ones, for instance, I just used some binocular arms for one guy. Used a couple of spare arms that have nothing in them, and then made a shell out of the end of a cocktail stick. And the kneeling figure from the Africa Corps set, I just used an empty left arm and then cut the SMG off a right arm, and it kind of looks like he might be holding a shell. And then this guy's holding an ammunition box. So I was very pleased how they turned out. I've based them using my usual style of sand, PVA and sand, and then three colours: sand colour, a brown wash, and then a highlighted sand colour. I've added a couple of 3D printed boxes, and the shells are just cocktail sticks cut up and painted gold or bronzy, whatever that colour was that I used. Vallejo, it's not gold, I think it's Vallejo bronze. Anyway, that's that kit. And the Perry outfit is 9 metal figures specifically for the Flak 88mm. So, for instance, you get the guy looking through the aimer. You get the guy loading, another one holding a shell, one with a ammo crate, a couple of guys. I think this guy is, this one here is supposed to be probably somewhere nearer to, I think he's turning a dial or a wheel. But it's a bit awkward to fit them so close in when they're on when it's on the stand like that. And then there's a guy standing there watching what's going on. So I'm pleased to say that my initial thoughts about the lack of detail for the Perry figures, once they're painted, they do look a bit better. I mean, it does lack the facial details of the plastic figures, but with a bit of shading and highlighting, you can bring the detail out. And again, on the jacket, the detail does come out a bit more with some suitable shading. So quite pleased with those. I will probably order another set to go with a Flak 88 for my Russian or European setups. So happy with those. I've not stuck these on metal washers as I do with my other infantry, just so that they're not standing too proud of the surface of the stand. It is a bit of a tight squeeze, particularly on this one, but that's obviously to do with how I made the stand, or how big I made the stand. Initially I wasn't going to have it on a stand at all, but I think the stand looks quite nice. But nothing's fixed to that, and again nothing's fixed to this stand, so I can either use it or not, depending on my mood. But but I think they look quite nice, and they're a useful addition to my brand new Africa Core setup. So I've just got to paint a few tanks now, vehicles, and then I'm all set. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching.